Hello everyone, I am Sacred and thank you for joining me in another video in Hearts of Iron 4. Today a new WOD came out and I'm thankful able to review this. It is called the Eternal War, but as well, always be aware it is really in pre-alpha. It was released 2 days ago in the 18th of October and it's a whopping 327.159 megabytes large. Well, this mod is a perfect like 2-player mod if it gets fully implemented and fully and if the features get fully completed. Alright, so let's see how the world looks like. Basically here you can see that the world is divided in two nations, in the Terran hegemony and in the United Earth Federation. So it starts off as a perfect 2-player standoff. One may think. The leader of the United Earth Federation is Edward Maxwell. Their ideology is unity, and yeah, but you see they have a nuclear winter, so let's see what the mod description offers us. Inspired by 1984 and the Road, the Eternal War presents a bleak dystopian future following a devastating nuclear war. As their nation-states collapsed around them, the old world governments panicked and did the only thing they could. They retaliated. Alright. In an instant, the old nations were annihilated, leaving nothing but the ashes of nuclear war. From these ashes rose the two world powers, the United Earth Federation, the military successor to the United Nations at the tribute to a more civilized time, and the Terran hegemony, a social Darwinist technocracy fixated around genetic purification and its applications. Both nations, however, have a mutual victim their own people. Isolated and starving, the citizens of the old world, those that survived, wake to nothing but a living nightmare. Anarchy reigns in the smoldering streets, and the strong fend for themselves while the weak die. The governments, caring for nothing but their so-called eternal war, neglect their people and slaughter aimlessly. During the apex of 2025 Caucasus offensive, it appeared that UF might claim victory. The atomic devastation of the 13th Army in Berlin proved otherwise, and within a month the East German territories had fallen to the hegemony. A 10-year ceasefire was established while their militaries recovered. 3 months on, both states threatened to reignite the Eternal War. Features: the post-apocalyptic world of 2026 divided between the two super-states. Nuclear winter. This mod is as much about survival as it is warfare. As global populations rapidly decrease, the remaining governments must do everything within their power to stave off total extinction. Modern tech tree, dynamics, local state succession events now they have implemented, and new bleak soundtrack. This mod basically started around my desire to have a decent 2-power slug off and eventually turned into my attempt to make the worst dystopia humanly possible. Ultimately, the level of depravity that your nation has fallen to is totally up to you. In future, this will have greater ramifications other than extensions such as states breaking away and founding the Republic of Dave Styles. So keep in mind that this mod is, I would say not really in a decently playable stage, because you don't have events yet, so yeah. You can enact policies, we're gonna take a look onto it into the game, but don't expect that much from it. Let's see, known issues: the bookmark screen is a little broken, population mechanics are acting a little strangely, some advisors are still named after their vanilla counterparts and slightly modified to vanilla national focus trees at this stage. Alright, it's only slightly modified, so yeah, don't expect like special and custom events occurring right now. But this will be a special spotlight. This will be how should I call it? A spotlight of a really unfinished mod, and I'll probably make a new one if this mod finishes. Let's see. Here we see the glorious game. Alright, pretty quick collecting all distances, Hearts of Iron 4 single player. We also have a custom music here, that's great. Oh, okay. The Eternal War. The fires of 2022 destroyed the old world, leaving only smoldering ruins, endless winter and eternal war. The remnants of the former United Nations have banded together to form a unified world government, while enigmatic scientists have created a despotic technocracy in the East, threatening to reignite the last great war. As the world's population declines, the governments must enact new measures to ensures the survival of mankind. A 10-year peace treaty has been enacted, but both states threaten to reignite the eternal war. Let's see, we have two nations, the United Earth Federation, which covers most of the former communist bloc, I think, and Japan and Korea. And then they are both, their ideology is the same, but yeah, they have no custom leader yet, while the United Earth Federation has one. And Cuba is also controlled by the Eurasian Federation. Yeah, because they were communists in the past, I suppose that may be the reason why. Obviously, most of the southern, western hemisphere and southern hemisphere is controlled by the United Earth Federation, the successor to the United Nations. So let's play on regular. I mean, this doesn't really matter, and let's get to the game first, viewing how strong the nations are, and after that playing a bit and see what we can all do. Only a bit though. Well, let's see, the United Earth Federation starts off with 915 factories, 915, with a core population of 805 million and a 100% world unity. Yeah, 100% world unity. You could also turn fascist, but that wouldn't be in the interest of the mod, so I wouldn't do that. That just wouldn't make any sense. Alright, so leave it as Edward Maxwell. You have custom laws and governments, volunteer only. Then you have reproduction laws. You're currently the United Earth Federation. I'll just call the United Earth Federation the UEF from now on. The UEF has unrestricted laws, but you can go ahead and go for controlled reproduction to human cattle. We will take the most fertile and breed to them too. So the controlled reproduction means the only way for humanity to prevail through this nuclear winter is through the regulation of reproduction. We must prevent the extinction of our race. We have unrestricted. It is not our place to interfere with the private lives of citizens, human cattle. Humanity is dying. Regulation is not enough. We must take the most fertile and breed them. Well, how can you breed humans, please? Well, I don't know. Breed them to ensure the survival of mankind, and then cloning. We must clone the strongest, smartest, and most beautiful to ensure the survival of mankind. We will be perfect. So the only thing I could go is for controlled reproduction or for human cattle. I couldn't go for cloning. That wouldn't work. Then we have the economic laws. We are currently stuck with the eternal war. I could go ahead and do the emphasis on society, emphasis on war, or rebuild society, which would greatly increase our 60% consumer goods. It's quite a bit. Or go ahead and get the status quo. The best one to build factories, I think, would be this. I mean, 60%, that's too much. But I think, like, maybe if the mod gets more developed, then this may be necessary to, like, rebuild your country so the extinction stops. We have some generic advisors here, some the basic American concepts here, and then we have some normal military stuff here as well. Unfortunately, I'm not able to declare war. We need the world tension to be at 100%. 100%. What? Well, what the fuck I say? They don't exist today. Well, that's weird. Alright. Well, then let's take a look at the Eurasian Federation. So I think the UAF is stronger than the EF. Let's see, they have just 400 factories. Core population is a bit higher with 856 million. They are led by Igor Ivanikov, some graphical bugs here. They have generic purification and also nuclear winter. And anarchy here. Both communists suffer from anarchy, you can see there. So they have a lower factory output and lower efficiency cap, which is quite low, I think. Yeah, alright. So the new thing is you also have a completely unique research tree. I think this research tree is just the tree from Millennium Dawn, which just like slightly remodified, and then there you have it. But at least you have a modern research tree to go. That's at least a solid good thing. And the national focus is just the same, basically, with some custom pictures, and then that's the same. Like factors here, so not really at a playable stage in terms of the national focuses. So well, let's just play for 2 minutes and see if there's anything we encounter as the UAF, but I don't think that we will have anything there. Let's take all, let's put on high speeds. I'm gonna research, yeah, just get the basic things done here. It's still a 97, that's quite like that. Well, what should I build? I mean, I could build nuclear reactors. Let's build some more nuclear reactors here on our main American countryside. Let's build as many as we can in the United States. Yeah, you see, alright, yo, come on. Yeah, let's also build in Alaska. I mean, in these provinces, then. Or of Canada. There we go. Now we're building plenty of nuclear reactors. Well, I mean, what should I build? I have just tons of factories. Built tons of M16 I2s. Let's build a 100. Or maybe I should build like. Let's build that. Half. Artillery, also like that. Alright. And anti-tank as well. I wanna build, okay, I only have main battle tanks, I can't build anything else yet. So also let's build some multi-role fighters, I think. Multi-role fighters. Yeah, plenty of them. There we go, then some planes, some strategic bombers as well. Alright, there we go. That's our industry. Quite basic, quite straightforward. I can only build convoys. That's also nice. The only thing I can build is convoys. I guess I can just stockpile them up. But I think that we have to research, well, something for our navy. You can just see how fast we are getting more and more convoys. I mean, alright, so there we go. Then let's get some basic ships. Yeah, we even didn't research the Cold War ship design, so that's not so nice. Let's get that done and researched. Well, you can see I can like enact all of them. For example, the best thing to enact would be let's get rid of the Eternal War. I mean, the thing is, our civilian population is not even decreasing, it's even increasing by 244,000. So I think that that suddenly has to be modified. Yeah. Like, I expected a massive decline here, but the decline doesn't happen. Yeah, I simply get no decline. Now I did the emphasis on war. Let's get some, what's that, Luffy class. Let's get some missile cruiser, destroyer and light cruiser, but it doesn't matter after all, really. Just the only custom things is that I'm going to enact these two of them, and then I would call this a spotlight for now done, because there's really nothing much to show off. Yeah. Like, industrial wise, yeah, you are quite strong, but you can't declare war on each other, so I can't see a point really like this. I mean, but it's still a great idea, and please be sure to support the mod developer in his undergoing of this means. I'll go ahead and you can see that you can also enact like human cattle. Yes, so our civilian population should increase. Well, it didn't, okay, I think it didn't increase, but I don't know, it should be more significant, but the mod developers have already that, well, this mod has some problems in terms with the, well, monthly growth in population, so the population mechanics are quite broken, to say the least. But well, I want to thank you all for watching me. Be sure to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this spotlight of really early mods, and thank you all for watching. See you next time. Goodbye and have a nice day. Stay safe and sound.